name is Dorothy P. Steiner. I live in Lower Saucon. I am a little, this is a comment, I'm a little concerned that we are not laying out a clear agenda for September and October. What are we going to do for health care? You can't say you're going to revoke this or you're going to change that. You have to have a message. And every Republican should be out there stating the message. And it should be very, very clear to the American people. I don't think, except for McConnell and Boehner and a couple others on TV, you're not out there. You're in the paper. How many people read the morning call? Thank you anyway. But you need votes.
Well, okay, well, thank you for your comment. Your name again, I'm sorry?
Dorothy P. Schneider.
Yeah, Dorothy, a few things. Obviously, this is a campaign season. I'm not here to talk about the campaigns today. This is an official event. But I can tell you that a governing document is being developed, and it will be presented after Labor Day. I don't know what day yet, but it will be presented. And I don't want to preempt that right now, but there will be a governing document that will be presented as an alternative to many of the policies that you're seeing in Washington today. I can assure you that. That said, I understand your frustration about much of this agenda. I don't understand. I share it. I'm very unhappy with what I've been seeing in Washington in recent months in terms of the way Washington has worked and the types of policies that have been enacted. In the health care law, which the Congressional Research Service, which is our nonpartisan group that we ask for analysis, can't even tell us how many boards and commissions are being created in this. The law is that confusing, and there are that many problems with it. There are over 20 new taxes in the health care law. You just saw that there are all sorts of mandates on employers and individuals, and if anybody watched what happened in Missouri last week, where over 70% of the people rejected the individual mandate was sold to the American public as a, they said it wasn't a tax. I looked at it as a 2.5% tax on income. That's how I read it. And that's they said, no, it's a penalty, it's not a tax. Now that the federal government's being sued over this, the argument of the federal government is it is in fact a tax. So in this case, I'll believe their lawyers. We're saying this under oath, that it is a tax. So, I mean, that sort of thing. And then to jam the bill through, the way it was jammed through, I mean, we all witnessed the Senate shenanigans with the Cornhusker kickback and other pretty shady tactics that were used to try to move this thing through to the whole reconciliation discussion, and it is angering, and I understand that frustration. Believe me, I share it. I share that anger.
Me? Oh, all right, I wrote it down because I want to make sure I get it right. I really would like you to clarify for me. This has been bugging me. What are your reasons for voting to allow Wall Street CEOs to take bonuses funded by taxpayers, and how much money have Wall Street firms donated to your campaign, and how does that influence you?
Oh, well, I don't know that Wall Street firms.
Wall Street interests.
You sound like that sounds like something my campaign opponent would have said.
Well, I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out. I've been down in Bethlehem talking to a bunch of different people.
But I read that stuff too, but it's quite false.
So it's false?
It's quite false, and I won't get into all the numbers, but the numbers that have been presented have been completely inaccurate. And the truth is, I did vote against Barney Frank's financial regulatory reform bill. I voted for it against it for a number of reasons. It was over 2,300 pages long. Let me just go through the process. 2,300 pages long. There are going to be over 200 regulations out of this. Over 5,000 pages of regulations will come out of it. It will absolutely make credit less available to credit-worthy people on Main Street. The people who are going to pay the price for this are going to be people who use local community banks and credit unions. Those are the people who are going to pay. Goldman Sachs liked that bill very much. And in fact, Goldman Sachs will do whatever deals they need to do, wherever they need to do them. If they can't do a deal in New York, they'll do it in London or Hong Kong or Tokyo. My guess is East Penn Bank and all these other local banks that you rely on, that we all rely on, don't have offices. This will also kill jobs. They are making the system, I think, in many respects, less transparent.